to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Burrow going to fake to mix it, and
he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
To try again after the sack. Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
So here come the Browns now for their first drive. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
A check on the numbers for Chubb from a week ago. 20 carries, 134 yards, and the score, too.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight, so the excitement on the offensive side of the football, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play that time for Cleveland.
In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points.
Looking to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play?
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Myles Garrett in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow dumps it off to Mixon. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Now Burrow to the right side and complete to Hurst. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. This is taken at about the 14. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Sherman. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Browns. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
That is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's 3rd down. You're trying to get off the field, and then wham. You have a letdown in the secondary, and you give up a big one.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Now it's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. The numbers for him from a week ago: 6 catches, 94 yards, and a score.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running it and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Myers connects on the PAT, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. The Browns drive about to get started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it.
This is caught inside the 15. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3. A big play that time for Cleveland. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 3. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minutes. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. So as they take it over, we step aside. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he will finally be taken out of bounds as it's an enormous play there on the final snap of this first quarter. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Myles Garrett able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. I'm probably giving my...
And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals have got it back to a 1-score game. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Cleveland.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Second down, here's Chubb again. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Browns add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Joe Burrow and the Bengals set to go back on offense. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time on the catch and run.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Denzel Ward, the number 4 pick in the 2018 draft, making the tackle from his corner spot.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
On 2nd and 9. Burrow.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to float this one deep right side.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They'll try and throw for it here. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Back to throw here.
Well, he's going to go for it all.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They'll drop to throw. A desperation heave for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A big play there. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Taken at about the 1. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is okay. We've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes coming your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And he's brought down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly... We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon in charge.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
So, Charles, you talk about this head coach and his future with this franchise. Look, it's been a frustrating year, and I think we saw some of that frustration boil over at his weekly press conference earlier in the week.
Yeah, he's trying to say,
oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Burrow looking to pass. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They have the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. Steps away to his left, and he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Burrow, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead will be cut down to 14.
So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. Really solid effort for him right now. 3rd quarter, already 4 touchdown passes. How many can he get here?
That remains to be seen, but I know one thing. You and I will be here to watch, and I'm not going anywhere. With what he's doing in this contest, I'm not missing a minute of it. This guy's been spectacular.
Yeah, I mean, it's a team game, but sometimes these individual performances are fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes they just kind of come to the front, despite the fact, as you said, we know it's all about the team. But the way he's playing, he's trying to make his team win on his back.
That's been exciting.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Back to throw now on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Bengals are going to have it here. As they'll start at their own 7. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there, and it didn't hurt that he's got a good pair of hands, too.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
They'll run on first down. Mixon takes this to the 27, give him 4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. Uses the stiff arm, shedding the tackle. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
First down, here's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Call it a gain of 2 as time has run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanting the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
2nd and goal from the 1. They're passing here. Joe Burrow to the end zone, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple of weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Hayden Hurst with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Bengals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point up and through by Myers. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Browns drive about to get started. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
2nd down, here's Chubb again. And he'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23. I think that's Sherman down. Yes, it is. Apparently shaken up there. The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw. We'll check on his status when we get back. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll set up a throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Browns unable to move the chains on 4th down. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
You know, you're following up on this head coach and the pressure that he is under. CD, I want to switch it to you because you've been on winning teams, but I know you've been in similar situations too where things just are not going well. How do you approach that as a player?
It's a tough approach, Brandon, because
that's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. A big play that time for Cleveland.
And that looked almost to be a case of, you know, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Browns have taken the lead. extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. 7 yards, the pickup there. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow over the middle. That's caught by Chase.
Let's go, baby. It's a gain of 6. First down, Bengals.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now Burrow. Again, that's Hurst. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down. The
drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing, Burrow. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. John Johnson with the INT. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Sherman. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And again, it's Chubb. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
In this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
Feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. That last run, pretty monumental, Charles. He just toppled 15,000 career rushing yards.
And that just leads me to a question.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Taking it about the 1. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film.
That's caught at the 25. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up.